What is going on, Brooklyn Net fans? Hello, everyone. Welcome back here into another edition of the Brooklyn Boys Show. And today we are bringing you guys a very special edition of the pod. We have a very special guest, Brooklyn Nets forward Chaney Johnson, kind enough to carve out some time and hop on with us, talk about his career, talk about the latest with the Nets post-Summer League. Chaney, thank you so much for hopping on with us. Did a great story on you back in April over at Nets Daily with the link in the description for those of you to check out if you haven't already. Thank you so much for making some time and coming out here on the podcast. How's everything been?
Everything's been great. Thank you for having me again. It's always a pleasure. But yeah, everything's been good. Been having a lot of fun here in BKN.
Love to hear that, man. And I think you're in such an interesting situation, really dating back to December when you signed with the team to fill that third two-way contract. And that's where I want to start, because your journey to minutes in the NBA was really intriguing. Just grinding your way from the G League, where you started the year with Cleveland, then coming over to Long Island, accomplishing that with the Nets organization, then finishing the year on a very high note, coming back on a two-way contract this summer. Just take us back to when you first signed the two-way with Brooklyn. You start off in Long Island, play a bunch of games there before you get an NBA opportunity. When you're out there with Coach Mufon at the time in that squad, what were you looking to accomplish and show the Nets organization to get them thinking, hey, Chaney Johnson, he deserves an NBA opportunity?
I'll just say this. Starting with the charge. I thank everyone on that coaching staff, thank everyone on the Cleveland coaching staff for kind of giving me the idea of the type of player that I would be in the NBA. Because I feel like a lot of guys, they want to come to the NBA and be a scorer. They want to be, a star. But, Alex Caruso said it best, hey, they're looking for janitors. They're not looking for, principals. So they kind of gave me that idea. And I was already going into it I just love the game. I'm just trying to go out there and have fun and play hard. So got to Long Island, and there was the same thing. I'm just trying to win. All the coaches, shout out to Coach Swartz, shout out to Mufon, everybody on that staff, just, giving me tidbits and giving me keys of where I could have been better or what I am doing good. So I just took all that with a grain of salt, and I'm just like, I'm whatever y'all want me to do. Y'all got this job for a reason, and y'all develop players. You can see the whole history of their development of players, taking players and just transforming their game. So I just completely bought in, and it got me to where I am now.
And from an X's and O's standpoint, Chaney, Long Island uses a lot of the same just overall concepts and terminology as Brooklyn does. Did that help make the transition as seamless as possible for you going from the G League and the NBA, just knowing that you'd be in a very similar system from a development standpoint?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, the same terminology, a lot of the same plays. Of course, once you get to the NBA level, is more so, okay, we run this play for this guy to have this shot. But Long Island was kind of similar, but it was still the same type of plays with just a little bit more, a little bit more freedom. But yeah, it made the transition very easy.
Man, this summer, Chaney, monster performance out in the California Classic, out in the Vegas portion of the Summer League. You finished the Vegas portion of it averaging 13 points, 8.3 rebounds, 3.3 steals per game, which led the tournament. What clicked for you in particular that allowed you to gain national recognition? See you getting interviewed by Chris Haynes at halftime there.
Yeah,
what clicked for you overall in Vegas and allowed you to have such a strong Summer League showing?
Oh, man, just continuing to trust the process.
Yep.
Like I said before, I'm just here to, do my job and have fun while doing it. Whatever the coaching staff wants from me, however they see my development, I'm trying to buy fully in. It's whatever gets me paid at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it for the money. Of course, I do it for, just giving thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I'm make sure I don't take no opportunity for granted. But at the end of the day, if they see you being a certain type of player and you try your best to be that type of player they see you as, payments going to come. So, going into the Summer League, I was just – it wasn't even like I had anything to prove. I just want to go out there and have fun. Of course, we wanted to win it all, but we fell short. But the guys, the camaraderie that we had, and we just enjoyed it. And I feel like that kind of showed on the court.
For me personally, looking at that stat line, what jumps out to me is the 3.3 steals per game that led the summer league and just shows your overall intensity on the defensive end of the floor. And that's something that you showcased on Long Island. That's something that you showcased down the stretch with Brooklyn last year. From a steal standpoint for you on defense, when you look back at those plays, how much of that for you is, you know, just having great vision of the court, reading the ball, great anticipation, and making a play versus just using your natural athleticism and length there?
I say it's probably a good combination of everything. I do want to start getting into like watching film more, especially going into this season, like trying to find the players' weaknesses, what they're strong at, like the type of offense they're running. So once I'm in the game, I can read a lot better instead of just going purely off instincts, because you can only go off instincts so much, and you playing against the cream of the crop players, like that's not gonna work all the time. So I'd say a lot of it was, I was just going off instincts, going off feel. I was also well rested, try to take care of my body to my best ability to be prepared for every game. So I feel like just a culmination of everything.
I know you pride yourself a lot in versatility and doing whatever the coaching staff asks out of you. I mean, we saw that firsthand in the summer league with you playing a lot of five for this team. And I think it's really interesting for someone like yourself who's undersized for the position, 6'7", 6'8", on the defensive end of the floor when you're guarding these really big-bodied physical guys, whether that be from a height standpoint or guys who are just big and strong and very powerful. What changes for you on the defensive end of the floor? How does your approach alter? And just in terms of like, do you drop down more? Do you play them up close? Just what does your defensive approach look like when you're guarding these big-bodied, true NBA fives?
You said undersized. That
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
6'7", 6'8". I mean, not undersized, but
I just
not the
playing,
tallest center in the league.
no, I'm just playing, but I mean, yeah, since I am kind of shorter than the average NBA center, just use my athleticism as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Use my quickness as much as I can. Trying to use my mind as much as I can, just to try to get every advantage. Because one thing you can't get is height. Like you can't beat that. So just trying to do everything I can, and just use the culmination, like a culmination of all my strengths, like my strength, my quickness, my athleticism, like just trying to use all that to my best advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just think the way the Nets use the five is a little unique compared to other teams in the league, like the way Jordy utilizes it, or really what he demands from his centers. It's a lot of DHOs, kind of quick decisions, and you have a lot of opportunities to facilitate. I mean, we've just even seen the past couple of years, like Day'Ron Sharp developing a shot on the outside, and that's continuing to go back to the well with that. In terms of the way Brooklyn uses that position, particularly under Jordy, do you think that suits your strengths just overall as a player, size aside?
Yeah. I mean, I say it suit my strengths. Of course, I feel like I am trying to develop more of a ball handle. But even then, playing at the five, like dribbling on DHO, like you just can't be loose with her. They're gonna steal the ball. You gotta make sure you're getting below the defender so you can make the handoff easier and make the guy that's coming off the DHO open for a three or for the attack a lot better. So yeah, I feel like it do suit my strengths. And then every now and then, like Coach Jordan, not the type of coach where it's just like DHO here and then do this. Like sometimes if you can see a couple times last season in the summer league, like it was a couple opportunities where it was DHO, but I saw the guy that was guarding me playing the DHO more than playing me, and I saw the opportunity and went and scored. So I feel like it suits my strengths, and I enjoy. I just enjoy ball. Like that's all I really do. I just enjoy playing the game, you know what I'm saying, and just having fun with it.
Love it. I mean, we look back to the summer league roster. I think something unique about the squad that you guys had is there are a fair share of players on that team, yourself included, who are going to be playing legitimate NBA minutes. Yegor, Michael, Tyler Bilodeau, Joshua Jefferson, and the rest of the 2025 draft class. So just a lot of guys who are going to be playing legitimate NBA minutes, and we kind of got a first look at that throughout summer league. You in those DHO situations, kind of facilitating more than most centers do. Did it give you, added confidence that you had some shooters to play with? I mean, Tyler, Michael, Yegor was second fastest rookie to 100 threes last year and shot nearly 40% there his rookie season. Does that add confidence to you? And then obviously in the NBA having MPJ there as well. Does that just kind of give you a boost of morale knowing that you have shooters on the outside you can distribute the ball to?
Yeah, a lot of these guys love the game just as much as I love the game. So I know they in the gym. I know they putting in work. It's not even about their shooting ability. Like, they're just talented. Like Yegor, like the way he was hooping this summer league, like killing. Mikhail, killing. Like all the guys, it was killing out there. So it's not even about shooting that give me confidence. It's just my belief in them as players because they are talented players. We got some stuff cooking here in Brooklyn, man. I can't wait till this season get started.
There we go. That's the tease, Brooklyn Net fan. You hear it from the man himself, Chaney Johnson, right here on the show. And I think the young core has been a main reason why this fan base is excited moving forward and has a reason for optimism. But I think there's also a sturdy foundation of veterans, right? Like, you guys are going to be one of the youngest teams in the league this year. You have 8 guys on rookie contracts, not counting you and Tyler entering his rookie season. Of course, you're second in the league. You guys both on 2-way deals, of course. What does it mean to have not only someone like MPJ, but also now Julius Randle entering the fold? What does that mean to you and the team, and what's the impression that he's made on you guys so far?
I got to be around MPJ a solid bit towards the end of the season last year, and then just getting to meet Julius Randle, being around him a lot more. They just bring, like, Julius Randle for sure just bring a grit that I'm not gonna say that we don't have, but just a grit that we need.
Mm-hmm.
He brings like Jordy's like a hard nosed, dive on the floor, play hard, but at the same time, make sure that we taking care of the basics type of coach. And I feel like Julius brings that. He just brings that just an added benefit on top of what Jordy already wants out of our players. I mean, out of his players. So. He's a cool dude. I ain't gonna lie, he's a lot bigger in person. Pause. But like muscle wise, like, this man is like super op, man. So bring just a strength. He just brings a toughness, man, that I feel like is gonna pay off this year. And with MPJ, like, I have never seen a guy that tall shoot as good as he does. So it's a big year coming out of him next year too.
Absolutely. And I remember when we spoke back in April and we did the piece on your journey for Nets Daily, assistant coach who you talked about, you worked a lot with, Dutch Gately, and he got the opportunity now to lead the summer league team this year after Steve Hetzel had those duties the prior 2 seasons. What was it like seeing Dutch in action as a head coach?
I feel like a lot of the coaches that's on this staff kind of have, like, of course they're not the head coach, but you could see, like, okay, like, they could be a head coach like everyone on the staff. So it wasn't even like it was anything different. Like, he was over my player development, so I've been used to watching film with him before all the games, and him just every time I come out the game talking to me. So it wasn't really even anything new. Like, I already knew what he was capable of, and he has a great future in coaching for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of want to go back to my point, talking about the 8 guys that you guys have on rookie contracts. Then you add in yourself and Tyler on the 2 ways. From just an organizational standpoint, how do you guys balance understanding that you guys, even after 2 years where the results weren't where you wanted them to be, still understanding that, okay, this is a very young team. You guys are going to be one of the youngest squads in the league, while also at the same time still trying to win and compete in a very, very competitive Eastern Conference. Just what is that mindset like for you, the players, and just the organization as a whole, having both those really elements in mind entering this year?
Brooklyn grit. That's all it is. Like, just being the toughest team on the court. And it starts ever since the season ended, that's when it started. So there are a lot of young guys have been around, including myself, which I wouldn't say I'm a young guy. I'm 24. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit on the outer end of that, but a lot of young guys been here and been changing their body. I mean, I feel like I done got a lot stronger, a lot more athletic. My touch has improved. I feel like my shot has improved a good bit since last year. So I just feel like we're hungry. They know we realize how terrible of a team we were last year or how terrible we did. I know terrible is a strong word, so I don't want to, you know, but we weren't the best team last year. So I feel like we got that chip on our shoulder now, and we're ready to prove some people wrong.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, Cheney. So among the guys who came in last year as rookies, take Yegor out of the picture. The four other guys in Nolan, Ben, Danny, and Drake. This offseason, can you pinpoint one you've seen the most growth from? Maybe on and off the court, however you may interpret that question. Can you pinpoint one of them?
So I mean, I've seen the growth out of all the younger guys, but if I can place on one, and you said Nolan, Drake,
Dan,
Danny,
Dan,
and Ben.
and yeah, those four.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to honestly, I'm gonna have to say Nolan. I'm gonna have to say like all the guys, like I said, all the guys that improved. Drake then got stronger. Danny has gotten stronger. He's gotten a lot more mobile. He's moving a whole lot better. Um, I could just tell the confidence that he's like in his workouts, just the way that he's operating. Ben has gotten stronger, but I feel like Nolan, nah, he's like he's a different guy now. Like I feel like now he don't put on some mask. He walking around, with a sleeveless hoodie on, lifting, looking at the biceps. You know what I'm saying? And it's well warranted because he didn't put on some strength. I can tell a lot.
I think Nets fans are going to want to hear that, right? Because if you look at Nolan's trajectory, kind of came in a bit of a slow start to the year, went down to Long Island, overlapped with yourself there for a little bit, then came back and finished the year on a very strong note. So yeah, I think Nolan will be happy that you gave him that credit too, Cheney. I just think kind of when you talk about where the roster stands as a whole, it's a pretty complete team. You guys have pretty much filled out the entirety of the roster. Still one two-way left for you guys, of course. How do you feel about just the overall improvement of this team? You mentioned the record last year. Are you expecting to take a sizable stride forward and having guys like Julius and Keon and Mo, who you added on the free agent market? Of course, you're expecting those guys to contribute to that. Kind of just your expectations that you want to set to the fan base for this season.
Just be ready. Like that's really the main thing I can say. Just be ready. We're ready to win, and we're gonna try to win every game with in whatever way we have to, and whatever we gotta do, we're gonna try to win. So that's the main message I can give the fan base. Like we just be prepared to win.
With Jordy, I know a lot of fans are optimistic on him and what the future looks like as a head coach, really, and hopefully the future of this very organization. However, when you look at just from a wins and losses standpoint, it hasn't been promising these past couple years, 118 total losses. Your sales pitch, Cheney, to maybe the portion of the Nets fan base who aren't all in on Jordy yet, why should everyone in the Brooklyn Nets fan base be optimistic and positive about the outlook with Jordy Fernandez moving forward?
I mean, Coach Jordy, he was literally one of the most positive coaches in the locker room, win or loss. So you could tell how much he cares about winning, but he cares about his players just as much. So, I mean, he's a winner, and I feel like, of course, it just hasn't went his way, but like he hasn't taken his foot off the gas. So yeah, they keep your head up, man. Like, but just keep believing. Just keep believing. That's all I can say. Just keep believing.
There we go. We'll close with this, Chaney. I mean, you've become, as someone who's been with the organization for less than a year, you've developed into quite favorite. So when I announced that we were going to do the show, this interview was coming, and if fans had any questions they wanted to submit, there were an influx of them. If we could do a whole other episode.
Let's get some questions. Come on.
Exactly. So we got a few questions for the fan.
Okay,
I picked out a bunch that I thought were the best. So we got Conqueror coming in first, saying, how comfortable are you playing both forward spots, and how confident are you defending guards out on the perimeter?
Very confident playing both forward spots. It's really not too much of a difference offensively from the 4 and the 5, I would say. Besides the 5 man just being in the dunker when it's 4 out, but other than that, it's really no different. So I'm pretty comfortable. And what was the last part of that question again?
How confident are you defending guards out on the perimeter?
I say I'm very confident. I'm still learning. Just having more of a defensive. I say more of a defensive IQ to where knowing who I'm guarding. That's why I was saying, like, I'm trying to really lock in on studying the game and studying players a lot more. So my job is to be pretty much the engine, going out there, playing with high energy, and just trying to disrupt as much as I can. So if I understand who I'm guarding or who we're playing and the offense that they're running, I could do better at my job. So I would say I'm pretty confident, but once I really start locking in on film, and I'll be a lot more confident, because I can't, like Kyrie come back, I'm not finna. Like, you gotta guard Kyrie differently than you guard, Steph Curry. You gotta guard Curry differently than you would guard a Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? Or a Ja Morant differently than you would guard like a Kevin Durant. Like, so you just gotta make sure like you on your P's and Q's, and I feel like that would help my confidence a lot more.
Yeah, I know when we spoke back in April, you spoke about, I know this is kind of getting off track a little bit, but on the offensive end of the floor, still trying to develop an outside shot and on the perimeter. Have you felt promise with that improvement this offseason, just kind of feeling more comfortable pulling back and popping from the 3-point line?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of reps in. Been working with Coach Dave Love, just working on loading my wrist, getting my hand under the ball, making sure my balance and everything is keyed in. So, and my confidence with shooting has came a long way. And I feel like this season, my main goal is to be a better shooter than I was in the summer leagues. I feel like I shot pretty solid in the summer league, but I feel like I could be better than that.
Next question from Jonathan, who wanted me to let you know of a nickname that he has for you. Interested to hear your thoughts here. The Chainator. Your thoughts on that nickname, Chaney Johnson?
Hey, so I mean, it's smooth. It reminds me of the Baconator. You know what I'm saying? So that's all.
Yeah.
The Chainator. I mean, that's solid. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you come to a game and you got a T-shirt and you got an XL or double X, you know what I'm saying? I wear it. You know what I'm saying? You put it on.
There you go. Okay, so Jonathan, you got to pull up to a game this year and meet up with Chaney Johnson, and he'll wear a Chainator shirt. But he wants to ask, after the progress you showed in Summer League, do you feel you can earn consistent rotational minutes with Brooklyn this season?
I mean, yeah. I mean, not even going out the offseason, just attacking every single day, attacking every single weight room lift, attacking the recovery, just trying to not take no days for granted, take no days off. I feel like, they see that and they realize that. And if I just, get the opportunity, like I did against the Memphis game, and I just go out and play hard, like I'm leaving it up to them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna leave, nothing on the court. So I leave that up to them.
Love it. 2 more left. Vince, who actually started, according to him, the Chaney Johnson chant at Barclays Center last year.
That's my guy.
Yeah. He DM'd me on Instagram yesterday when I announced this. And he wanted me to ask you, what are your honest thoughts on the Chaney Johnson chants? And do you want to hear them again this season?
I want to hear them louder than last year. I want to hear them super loud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I seen him post me on TikTok, or I think one my friend, he sent me his video on TikTok. And I'm just like, bro, like the love in Brooklyn is crazy. And I ended up following him back and commenting under a couple of his posts. It's just like, man, like I'm just so appreciative of my fans, and like chanting me, like why you get like you chanting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mike or Jaeger, you know what
You're
I'm
not
saying?
giving yourself too much credit, man. Like I was saying, you emerged as a fan favorite last year. It's the
Yeah, I
gritty,
mean,
tough guys
man,
who
I'm,
get the
I'm
credit. You talk about
uh,
Brooklyn great. You exemplified that last
yeah,
year,
I'm
man.
just grateful, man. I'm really appreciative of that. Yeah, I would love to hear. I would love to hear some more chants coming in the next season.
Yes, you heard it here, Vince. Harrison, to close us out with a tough and good one, no pun intended. Who's been the toughest player you've had to guard in the NBA so far?
Uh, I mean, it was towards the end of the season, so like I really didn't get the opportunity to like guard like crazy players I didn't get the chance to like guard like a Curry or
Yeah.
I got a chance to guard Shea a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, I would say two. Um, I would say Shea. Um, because like he's such a smart player, and people be
Yeah.
like he's a foul better. Like no, like if he knows the ref is going to call a foul, like why not make it easier on yourself and get to the free throw line? Like
Hey, James Harden did the same thing, man. He
that's
did it
what
in
I'm
Brooklyn too.
saying. You know what I'm saying? And then he hasn't even shot the most. He don't even have the most attempts in the league. So like, why are y'all on him instead of the other? You know what I'm saying? One or two guys ahead
Valid.
of him. So I'll say Shea for sure, and then for a big, I'll say Jalen Duran, bro. Like
Yeah.
watching the Detroit Pistons. I'm like, bro, like I don't think he that strong. And then actually playing him and seeing him like, bro, this dude, bro, look like he could lift a whole like ton with one hand. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like
he's
he
big
was
and he's
strong, bro. Yes,
strong and he
bro.
can.
He was super strong, bro. So
Yeah.
he scored on me a couple times. So yeah, I give it to Shea and Jalen.
Okay. I'm not the toughest guy, but I feel like someone who was a little, I mean, not necessarily for you, but just a big player that you had to face this year was Ryan Kalkbrenner with the Hornets.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's a younger guy like yourself, first year in the league, so not the most developed or established like a Shea or a Duran, but like
yeah,
anytime you got to go up against someone who's 7'2" and
yeah,
is just that physical as someone who's 6'7", 6'8" and yourself, I feel like that's
yeah,
difficult.
yeah. You going against a guy that tall, him and Donovan Clingan and I mean Mitchell Robinson, like he was a guy that's super tall, and unlike Kalkbrenner and Clingan, ain't no really moving Mitchell Robinson. Like
Yeah.
you're not really moving him. Like my methods is like I'm trying to get lower and then try to like use leverage against him, but like against a dude like Mitchell Robinson, like it wasn't really working to my benefit. But yeah, them tall centers like that, like you just gotta try your best to just out strengthen them and hey, let somebody else come and get a rebound.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you all for joining us. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Chaney Johnson, thank you so much for taking the time. This was an absolute blast. Everyone, I can speak for all the Nets fans out there watching this episode. They are all looking forward to watching you this season, looking forward to covering you this upcoming year. Thank you so much again for taking the time, man. Super happy that we were able to do this and get you on the show. Have any final thoughts, basketball related, non-basketball related? Feel free to share those before we wrap things up. But again, man, really appreciate you taking
Uh,
the time.
it's always all glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I would have not been here. So I just give him all the glory because with all the work that I put in, you know what I'm saying, I could have gotten injured or just it would just not paid out or panned out, you know what I'm saying? So all glory to my Lord and Savior and Brooklyn. Let's get it done this year, man. Come on, let's get to it.
There we
I appreciate
go.
you for having me too, bro. It's been
Of
fun, bro.
course.
We gotta do this again, bro.
No, absolutely, man. Again, thank you so much for taking the time. You say the word, we'll definitely do it again. So thank you all for
Yeah.
joining us. Again, like, subscribe. That'll do it for us. For Brooklyn Nets forward Chaney Johnson, I'm Connor Long,
This
right
is
here on the Brooklyn Boys Show. Saying have a great rest of your day, everyone. And as always, see you next time. Peace.